Hey there, Wastelanders, it's Brother Mike, and thank you so much for joining me. Today, we're going to be going into, did Hank really drop the bomb on Shady Sands, or did he have help from somebody? Now, I know you think I may be crazy. Of course, it was just Hank. He got an NCR soldier all the way from the Mojave Wasteland. He got the brain chip to work, even though he's still trying to make it work and has shown no success on actually having it work in any way whatsoever. And, of course he had access to a bomb that was outfitted with Robco Pip-Boy and Robco technology. Of course that was just only him. And it's not like we were shown in the first episode someone who did have that technology working, someone who does have access to nukes, and someone who does own the Robco industry. So, am I crazy? Or did maybe Hank get help from Mr. House? And that's why he's so adamant on him needing his help finally and him reporting for work, because who knows? Did House help Hank drop the nuke on Shady Sands? So now let's look at some evidence. In the first scene of the first episode, we see House in the bar, aggravating those three fellas and bringing them outside, where he uses the chip on the guy. The guy attacks his friends, and then the chip starts to go a little wonky, and House explodes his head. That shows that House does have the technology working in some way, shape, or form. Now, let's go look at Hank, experimenting on countless mice and people, getting nowhere. No signs of it working, no signs of it even working slightly like House's did. So, how did he get a chip that fully worked? And also, how did he get an NCR soldier from the Mojave Wasteland without his suit of power armor getting him there? Now stuff is starting to add up. Now, on top of that, we know from Cooper and Moldaver's conversation that House had access to missile silos all around New Vegas, and that's why she thinks he's going to drop the bombs, especially with all the modifications he's making to the Lucky 38. Now, this man has access to nuclear warheads, and on top of that, when we first meet Mr. House and give him the platinum chip, and we ask him about New Vegas, he says he disarmed a load of the bombs before they hit. And if we go throughout the Mojave Wasteland, we don't find many of those bombs disarmed there. We find empty craters. So, did House potentially get those bombs back?
Surrounding areas. My networked mainframes were able to predict and force transmit disarm code subsets to 59 warheads, neutralizing them before impact. Laser cannons mounted on the roof of the Lucky 38 destroyed another 9 warheads. The rest got through, though none hit the city itself.
And when speaking to Mr. House after giving him the platinum chip, he claims that he not only disarmed and destroyed, but deactivated some of the bombs. And if we look throughout New Vegas, there's a whole lot of bomb craters, but not many bombs in those craters. So not only did he have access to bombs before the war, he most certainly had access to bombs after the war. And if he kicked out the NCR out of the Hoover Dam, and they retaliated like shown in the end credit of the final episode of Season 1, where the strip is destroyed, there is clearly a conflict there. Downed NCR vertibirds destroyed Securitrons. If they kept relentlessly attacking with all of their numbers, which Mr. House says they can do when speaking to him.
Indeed it was, and still is, but not without taking significant casualties. Would Kimball and Oliver have traded the lives of hundreds of soldiers for absolute control of Hoover Dam? Oh, yes. They weren't afraid of me. They were afraid of Caesar, that attacking me would leave them vulnerable to a Legion offensive. And so they negotiated.
Maybe the NCR kept launching assaults on the strip and slowly dwindled at his forces, and Mr. House had enough of this. And then an old friend from way back when reaches out saying, hey, there's this place, Shady Sands. They're rebuilding. It's nothing to what our plan is. I need your help. I know you can help me. Please help me. I'll do anything. I'll work for you. I'll be your spy. Anything. And so what does Mr. House do? He helps. And when Hank gets to the administrative vault, he pages someone. And that someone really seems like it could be Mr. House, especially with him talking about how he would do all the calculations for probabilities on stuff and knew that the world was ending and such, but it sounds like they've spoken before, and especially the way Hank ends that conversation and, oh, you're going to be the one asking for my help. Almost like he was the one asking House for his help before. Now, this could just be a bunch of hoopla. I could be reading into it way too much, but it just doesn't make sense. How did he get that bomb outfitted so perfectly? And after looking at it, it isn't a Pip-Boy on there. It is a Pip-Boy-like design with additions onto it, with its own nuke animations and such. You think Hank had the time to do that? Or did maybe Mr. House have his bombs armed with, technology that he's used to using? Or maybe he outfitted bombs that he got before the war ended. There's a whole lot of possibilities, and one of those possibilities could have just easily been that Hank somehow got a working chip somehow, even though he's shown with no working chip. I don't know. I feel like everyone's just looking over this subject and not really looking into it. On top of that, the NCR soldier. We've shown that it could have been weeks, months, possibly even a year for the Lucy and the Ghoul to get to Vegas. The time is not adding up. The time is not adding up. It'd be way too much of a hassle to get an NCR soldier all the way from the Mojave. And also on top of that, how would Hank know they say that? Or would maybe someone who's around those people day in and out, hearing it through his Securitrons on the strip, through his bug stuff through the bugged cameras and such throughout the casinos? Mr. House would know. And Mr. House probably got a little bit annoyed with the phrase, just like we have in the past. So, is it more likely that Hank got technology that he still hasn't perfected yet, but was perfected and worked just like Mr. House's until he, got right in the middle of the square and collapsed and then died? Or did he have someone who had the technology working before him help him? Now, this theory is a little crazy, and if you want to argue with me about it, please comment down below. I would love to talk to you guys about this. I'm forming a new video where it's going to be all about me going over your comments, your theories, and such, so please drop anything, even if it's not related to this. And thank you guys so much for watching. Thank you so much for 115 subscribers. And I hope you have a wonderful day. If you like this theory, please go check out my other theories right here. And I hope you guys have a wonderful day. And you don't forget, stay safe out there, Wastelanders.